Welcome to part 2 with lesson 5, and we're about ready to get into how to copy files from one directory to another. We are able to copy files from one file to another, or we can do a cut and paste type operation where a file can be removed and placed in another place. When working with Windows XP, it's possible to have more than one directory open at a time, and when you do this, you're able to move things around very easily. Before we go too far, let's open our menu for this file here, and we do this by right-clicking on top of the icon of that file, and it'll bring up the next menu. After making the right click, you'll get a menu like this, and there's quite a few selections on there, and on my menu there is items on there that is not necessarily on your computer. I do have certain things that have been downloaded from the web which you don't have at this time. Be aware of the print selection on this menu. When you click on this, it will open the program that is associated with it very temporarily, just enough to get the print commands that it goes along with it. At that time, the program will shut down and send your document to the printer. Many files will be able to open with different more than one program, especially with Microsoft Office documents. It will open with OpenOffice, so they will have multiple program to be able to be open. When you select open with here, it'll give you the compatible programs that it will open. We finally get to the main interest of this exercise, and that is to copy a file from one location to another. On this list, you can make that selection just by clicking on the word copy. If you should have more than one directory open and it's the other directory that you want to copy it to, you just have to go over to the other side there and be able to paste it. Right-clicking on that other directory, you'll get the menu to be able to paste it into that directory. Take notice that that item is not there. Paste is not on the list unless you have marked it for a copy from another directory. Keyboard shortcuts are always an easy way to do things. Holding down the Control key and pressing the letter C will select a file to be copied. When you go to the opposite directory, holding down the Control key again and pressing the letter V will paste it to that other directory. One more little trick about Windows XP is to be able to drag and drop. Now this is similar to an operation where it's cut and paste. The difference on this is when you copy a file, you will have two copies at two different locations. And now with cut and paste, you will move it from one location to another without having a duplicate file. Looking at the menu, when you right-click on any of the documents, you'll look at that selection that says delete. You will be able to send a file to the recycle bin at this point, and if you should be doing this on another directory, it will be deleted from the computer completely. This ends our demonstration for lesson 5. It's good to go over this if you don't thoroughly understand this. Being able to handle your files on your hard drive is very helpful, and having them placed where you want them to be. When you work with different projects, you'll want to store your files in separate directories that you can keep them well sorted. Also, being able to have easy access is a helpful thing by placing a shortcut on the desktop. So also, if you are copying everything everywhere, you're going to have a lot of different copies, but if you cut and paste, you're going to have only one. So you really don't need a whole lot of files that says the same thing all the time. Well, once you have this under your belt, you're ready to move on to Lesson 6. One more thing to remember is that this will not give you credit for a free computer. Only your attendance will be sufficient for that to take place.